Chapter 7 of A History of English Language, Middle English, presents a captivating exploration of the linguistic transformations occurring from the Norman conquest to the dawn of early modern English. This chapter elucidates how the Norman conquest in 1066 significantly impacted the English language, leading to the infusion of Norman French, which brought about substantial vocabulary expansion, particularly in the areas of law, art, literature, and governance. Another intriguing insight is the dynamic dialectal diversity within this period. While Old English had been relatively uniform, Middle English was characterized by a rich tapestry of regional dialects, each contributing to the language's evolution in unique ways. Furthermore, the text highlights the importance of the London dialect, which gradually rose to prominence due to socioeconomic factors, setting the stage for the standardization of English. The influence of the church is another focal point, as Latin remained the language of the church, education, and record keeping. Yet English slowly began to regain its prestige, evidenced by the gradual increase in English literary production. The text also examines the effects of books on language. Geoffrey Chaucer's The Canterbury Tales is a key example. It revealed the versatility of Middle English. Each character in the story had a unique voice. They spoke with distinct dialects and tones. This made the book a prime example of Middle English itself. The book provides insight into life in England. It describes the era in which it was written. Canterbury Tales lets us learn about medieval society. The Black Death, Y. Pestis, the Black Plague, has a lot of names, also shaped language. The plague dramatically changed society. It led to significant shifts in how people spoke. So many died, which affected the social structure. The labor force was reduced, leaving the remaining workers with more power to demand better care and pay. These social changes altered the language. English words became simpler over time. Word endings that showed relationships vanished. This simplified English grammar, making it easier, or easier than it used to be. English relied more on word order for meaning. Social and political events also mattered. The Hundred Years' War with France is one such event. The war helped create a sense of English identity. People preferred English over French, and using English showed patriotism and unity. English became a symbol of national pride. People wanted to set themselves apart from France. Attention is also given to the development of the English lexicon through borrowing from Latin and Old Norse, illustrating the language's capacity for adaptation and growth. The chapter underlines the significance of the 14th century in London as a cultural and economic hub, which facilitated linguistic exchange and convergence. It further explores the innovative practices in Middle English literature that contributed to the enrichment of English vocabulary and expression. Another noteworthy aspect is the discussion surrounding the gradual acceptance of English in official documents, replacing French and Latin as the preferred medium of communication. The chapter concludes by reflecting on the culmination of these factors and setting the stage for the subsequent transition into early modern English, underscoring the dynamic interplay of external influences, internal developments, and socio-political contexts that together shape the trajectory of the English language during the Middle English period. Another fascinating insight gleaned from Chapter 7 is the role that the burgeoning trade and commerce in the 14th century played in spreading literacy and encouraging linguistic standardization. This era also witnessed unprecedented surge in the production of English manuscripts, indicating a growing interest in English as a language of literature and documentation. Laws passed around the late 1200s made English more common in courts. This change showed a move towards English being the main language in public life. Think of court records switching randomly from Latin English. Lastly, the chapter looks at how English started to be used for science and deep thinking. And this change not only grew the number of English words, but has also proved it could be used for serious knowledge and new ideas. Those are just some of the really interesting things that popped up in chapter 7 that I thought were really fascinating.